We took on a flooring project at my parents' house, and it was definitely needed. The bedrooms had old wood floors that were lifting and buckling from water damage, and the tile in the main living space just felt super dated. So we wanted to give the whole house a fresh, cohesive look and also make it safer for my mom to get around. We kicked things off in the primary bedroom. We started by pulling up the old wood floors and found that there was no moisture barrier under the wood, which explained why the planks were lifting. So this time around, we laid a vapor barrier first. Then we added spacers along the wall for the expansion gap. For the bedroom, we chose Malibu Wide Plank's Engineered Hardwood in the color Mavericks. It's such a warm and pretty tone. The boxes came with 4 different plank lengths, which made it super easy to stagger the pattern and gave the whole space that custom high-end look without the extra effort. The hardwood has a tongue and groove design, so you use a special adhesive between the seams to lock everything in place. Make sure to keep a damp rag handy to wipe off any excess glue before it dries. Use a pull bar and a rubber mallet to tap each piece into place and close up the seams tight. We used a flooring saw for all of the straight cuts, and then we used a multi-tool to undercut the door jambs and a jigsaw for those tricky corners and edges. You're probably wondering what the blue painter's tape is about. Well, the manufacturer recommends using painter's tape to keep the floors tight during the drying process. So you put it along 4 to 5 rows at a time, and then you let the flooring dry overnight before replacing any furniture. Next, we moved into the main living area and kitchen. I know you're wondering why the tile looks such a mess. Well, we prepped it by filling in the grout lines with a flooring leveler to kind of get everything even. For this space, we opted for Malibu Wide Plank's luxury vinyl planks in the color Maverick as well. The luxury vinyl planks come with the underlayment already attached, which is super convenient. They have a click and lock design, so install is very straightforward. The Mavericks color looks just as good in the LVP as it does in the engineered hardwood, which made it super easy to keep the whole house looking cohesive. It's thinner than hardwood, and since we're installing it over tile, it helped keep the floor height even with the bedrooms, so now everything will flow nicely without any weird transitions. You can use a utility knife to score and snap, or you can use a power saw like a flooring saw or circular saw, whatever your preference. Installing the first few rows is the trickiest part because things are shifting around, but once you get those few rows in, it goes pretty quick after that. There were a lot of weird angles in this space, so we had to use brown paper templates to trace out cuts before transferring them to the planks. Once we got to the kitchen, we moved the appliances out of the way so that we could install the flooring underneath. This part was a little bit tricky because it's a pretty tight space and those appliances, especially the fridge, are heavy. After we finished the flooring, we reinstalled the quarter round that we had removed from the toe kicks of the cabinets. Last stop was the guest bedroom. Just like the primary, it had damaged wood floors from not having a moisture barrier. So we pulled everything up, scraped off the leftover glue, and then found a little crack in the concrete. So we hit that with some Flex Seal before moving on. Then it was the same process as before. Vapor barrier goes down first. Then we installed the engineered hardwood using the adhesive in the seams, the pull bar and the mallet to tap everything in. And of course, we had to use the flooring saw and the multi-tool and jigsaw whenever they were needed. I would like to replace the baseboards in this room at some point, but for now we're keeping them. So we just added some quarter round along the bottom to finish everything up. What a huge difference this new flooring has made. The transition strips between the hardwood and LVP look super clean. You honestly can't even tell they're 2 different flooring types. That's one of the biggest reasons we love Malibu Wide Plank. They make it easy to mix engineered hardwood and LVP while keeping the same color. So we got to use what made sense for each space without giving up that seamless, stylish look we were going for. Now everything feels brighter, it's safer, and just so much more updated, and my parents love it. If you are planning your own flooring project, you can find Malibu Wide Plank flooring at the Home Depot online. Definitely check out their coordinating options. You'll be obsessed with how it all comes together.